Happy birthday to us. Happy birthday to us. Happy birthday, dear us. Happy birthday to us. It's 2 years.
2 years.
We are
2 years old.
We just a baby.
Well, you're your little baby. That is it. It's
Like-
crazy. Yesterday,
Yeah.
the 23rd, was our starting date of this particular campaign. 2 years ago.
2 years.
It was just as cold, if I remember.
Yeah.
If not colder, in
I
fact.
would say
Yeah.
colder.
Yeah.
I would say
Yeah.
colder.
We
Definitely.
Really wrapped up last time.
I think so. And good old global warming, eh? Bring it on! No, it's yeah, feels like an achievement. Feels like something we should celebrate, and we are, because
Yeah.
Jack has bought cake. Look at this! I'm going to see if I can
Look at this.
bring. He's put it in a celebration box.
Because I don't have a cake box of my own.
Look at it,
The celebration tin is always the cake box. That's how it works.
and we are celebrating 2 whole years
2 whole years
of
indeed.
Orion's Hope.
Yes.
Which is fucking wild. So everybody but Siobhan can have some cake. It's not your birthday,
Wow.
no. You,
I was thinking, I was like, I don't deserve this.
you absolutely do deserve it. You are part of the ship, part of the crew. We are absolutely. You are here to celebrate this one with us, which is absolutely bonkers to me. So thank you to everybody who's listened along, who's watched the show, taken part live, moderators, crew, everybody who has taken part. Thank you so very much. It has been a wild ride, but one that I've enjoyed.
Indeed.
You guys enjoyed it?
Oh, very much.
Yes, absolutely, yes. All good. Love it.
Now say with gumption.
Yes, I bloody love it. You alright?
Are you?
Have you loved it?
Yeah, but I mean, like,
You sure you've enjoyed it?
You good, Jack?
Yeah. No, yeah, I have.
Good boy. That's
I
it.
love-
I'll
No,
read
yeah,
the rest of
no.
the script.
And nothing I can say here now is going to like just seem convincing. That's all. So we're just going to sit here and wait.
just gonna leave that
Gonna leave that
awkward silence.
hanging. Yeah.
You guys have a favourite part of the campaign so far?
Oh, that's a big one.
Oh, Christ.
A lot's happened in 2 years.
True.
I definitely do. During episode the like infinite possibilities, when you guys had the vision that kind of like put you all together. I know that you were already a crew and that you had already like really kind of lent into the characters, but after that moment, that's when something really clicked and you guys really solidified into the story and stuff. And I very much think that moment right there was like when we took the next step in like role play and stuff.
Because we all asked those questions all in unison, wasn't it? We hive-minded it.
So that was one of my favourite moments. Siobhan, over the 2 years, what's been your... Still wild, it's been 3 months. You've been on the show
Yeah.
for 3
Yeah.
months.
In the last 3 months, what's been your favourite bit?
I think when, I don't know why, and this is, I don't know what it says about me, but when TJ was basically killed the first person, and I was like, that's a very interesting thing, considering you've done this, like, what, 90-something episodes?
Yeah.
And it was more because I didn't know that, and I was like, that is fascinating.
Yeah.
And it was not a joy to witness, but it was a really interesting thing to discover and experience.
And as you enjoyed watching me commit murder.
Yeah. It was the first thing. I was like, that was really cool.
Yay, violence.
Yes.
But I think that was a glorious moment. I think it was like RP-wise and for TJ having to like go through that. It really was something.
Yeah.
Anybody else got a particular favourite moment?
I think when Calyx transformed,
Yeah, that was
it
glorious.
was kind of like a wholesome kind of moment we all had. I think that was kind of a moment where we were like, we're a crew.
Yeah.
You know, we are a crew, definitely. At that point, I think it was just wholesome. It's good.
Nice.
For me, I think it was the Nerifira fight.
Mm.
And because that was such a big, we've had that thing in the back of our minds since like day one. Like we always knew there was this entity, we always knew we'd having to be dealing with it and like learning more about it, and then actually like getting in that fight and like being separated out, but like I think the synergy that we had as a team during that, particularly when that portal opened up, and like we had basically 2 separate fights going on in 2 different places, but still being able to work as a cohesive. I think for me that was like, I came away from that particular session being like, that felt fucking magical.
Yeah, that was a really good fight. There was a lot of work that went into that, both on your side and my side, and for me that was probably one of the biggest and most complicated mechanics in a fight, but also one that you guys really lent into, and I very, very much enjoyed Cascading Realities, which was the mechanic that was going on there that I wrote. But yeah, so I very much enjoyed that too. What are you, James? Which death did you...
Vorex gives me an anxiety attack.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and me.
Yeah. Ida's... I don't...
You weren't even here for it.
Yeah.
I remember that. I
Yeah.
gave me an anxiety attack.
No, for me, it's kind of like throughout it, like I watched like one of the first episodes a while back when we were trying to like dig in for lore and try and work out like bits of the story. And it's like how far we've come, not just like myself, but everyone's come in that sort of, well, in the 97 episodes.
Yeah, I really feel that.
Yeah, it's...
Sorry, Siobhan.
No, it's
Me being sentimental, just...
Yeah, I feel that.
No, but
The other thing would be like the maps as well, how the maps have changed and evolved. Like we've had obviously like the sprawling sort of deserts, we've had the UV map when we fought the, I can't remember what it is now, it was the almost like a T-Rex, but had like a plant face.
yeah, that thing's
that
got a
thing.
fucking name. No, it doesn't. It's actually the one on the front of the Pact Worlds book, just there. But the one that we had that big like face. And what I really enjoyed about that was being able to like use UV and like have the light shine
That
down.
was so cool.
That mini was like a gift from both Richard and Craig from Dragon School, who knew I was looking for an alien T-Rex. Had found that one, which I think is Dragon Trapper's Lodge. I'll have to double check. And yeah, so that was a blast to be able to put that down on the table for something I didn't know if I was going to have a mini for. And like we got that one just in time. So that was... yeah, I've enjoyed putting down the battle maps for you, and for you guys to really dive into them and enjoy them as well. 'Cause it's a big part of my gaming. And I know not everybody needs to have battle maps as a GM and stuff like that, but I really do enjoy bringing those to the table. And now we've got the PTZ camera again. I'm very happy to be bringing those back some more. But hopefully much more to come with the remainder of the campaign, as well as more wholesome moments, more kind of crew moments, more magical moments, and more getting to know Junie as well. And just seeing how it all unfolds as we push towards the end. 2 years. And this campaign is coming to a close. But we wouldn't be anywhere without our sponsors. I'm going to hand first over to Stephanie
Hello. Thank you.
Randallson.
Thank you, Ian. So I've been going back through the back catalogue of 96 ads. Because I was like, I kind of want to put something together for the 100th episode, and so I was like, I'll go and revisit some of the old things that I've done. I discovered in part of my editing today 2 separate occasions where Ian has a 10-minute rant about chocolate versus biscuits.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Very passionate. But you know, there's been some characters that you know we've seen become favourites, and I've really enjoyed playing. But I realised I've not done something for for about 20 or 30 episodes now.
Bastards.
That I really did like when we did it, and it was the improv ad. So
Bastard.
I'd like to do an improv ad again. So if I could be given like a character and a kind of like location or scenario, I'll whip something up on the fly.
Starship Hull Welder.
Starship Hull Welder. Cool. And what's my scenario?
The tools that you're trying to buy are too expensive.
Okay. Wow. Okay, cool.
Good luck.
Let's throw in like so that feels like it's my obstacle.
Do you want a bit more excitement?
I mean,
Secret latch, is it, Jack?
somewhere.
Okay, you're in the tool shop.
Okay.
You go in to buy tools.
Yeah.
But someone's coming and they're trying to rob the store.
Okay.
But there's no money in the register.
Oh
So-
my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think we need to get people involved in this. Then this has grown exponentially. So I will be playing Starship Hull Welderer, number 1. Ian, I think would you take the role of shopkeep?
Yeah.
Who fancies sticking up the joint?
I don't have the energy for this.
Cool, Jack looks like it's you.
It was my idea to be.
And then we've got Millicent bystanders 1 and 2.
Happily accept the role.
Amazing.
I'm going to bring up an official
Oh god.
place
An
Incredible.
official place.
because I had next to the node, I think it was Gizlu's. Oh yeah.
Sounds like a place for Jordan.
Yeah.
He says as he looks through this. Gizlu's repair shop, which is next to the node. We focus in on a goblin neon sign hammering a spark plug into an engine, and we go through the doors. Ding ding, as a recorded sound goes off, and we see entering.
You see Helen, who is a Starship Hull Welderer. She's been working on a big cruise liner that's come in. It's been full of sparnacles, and she's been having to, really put in the graft. And unfortunately, her tools have broken. She is a dwarven woman. She's wearing kind of like this boiler suit. It's got bits of like debris and a few tears in places. But she comes in and greets Gizlu. Hey up, Gizlu!
Morning, what's your name?
Helen!
Helen.
It's on my name badge!
Can't read, I'm a goblin.
Fair enough! Hey Gizlu, I'm looking for some high quality 3D printed tools!
I might have just the thing. We've got a supply of Warrior Prince 3D. I get a good deal with them when I use a certain code.
Oh,
which
what code is that, Gizlu?
is to the stars. It gives me 15% off my orders.
And he pulls down this selection of what you can see are well printed and worked weldering tools. They lay them out on the desk in front of you.
It allows me to pass the savings on to you. 4,000 credits, please.
I come through.
Right, where's that nano welder? Come on, give it over. Oh no!
Oh no!
An armed robber! Wait, hold on. Is that Warrior Prince 3D?
Aye, it is! As you can see, they're really high quality
They
and
are.
definitely worth 4,000 credits apiece, which I have.
I'll take one of them instead, actually. Yeah. 5,000 credits.
Yeah.
No, just give it.
Plus root tax.
Fine, alright.
He grumbles and gives some money over.
Gizlu will swipe the cred sticks off the table, and there's no welding tools left for you.
You'll have to go to Warrior Prince 3D yourself. Do you know where to find them?
I can find them at www.warriorprince3d.etsy.com. And hey, if I want something a bit more bespoke, I might head over to @WarriorPrince3D on Abstagram. But I really do need that for a job, so shiv!
Oh,
And Helen
alright, I'll
will
pay the money.
sweep up the tools.
And as she does, you see Gizlu take a free Starfinder badge, having put a certain amount of money in his order basket, places it on his chest, and sits back and watches the chaos unfold.
And scene.
We don't know what we're doing. Thank you to Warrior Prince 3D. Thank you to whatever this mess was.
Me and Siobhan here, like, okay.
Just another Monday.
I am fully not locked in yet.
No, me
I'm just
neither.
like, what's that?
Thank you to Steph, Jack and I, and to Warrior Prince 3D. Please go check out Warrior Prince 3D. They are an awesome supplier of 3D printed miniature terrain and goodies, and you can go check them out and use that code to the stars. Also, thank you to Loki Battle Mats for sponsoring the show, and their current Kickstarter, The Dungeon Reignited, a set of 2 white clean battle mat books perfect for any and all TTRPGs. With a 1-inch grid drawn into the artwork, they are perfect for on-the-go dungeon masters and those needing to put down instant dungeons or battle maps. So go check out Loki Battle Mats and the Dungeon Reignited Kickstarter using the links below in chat or in descriptions. And thank you for sponsoring the show. We are also excited to announce a new sponsor with Moonshine Adventures and their incredible Blood and Banners holidays. If you are looking for the ultimate D&D getaway, check out Blood and Banners from the 15th to the 19th of April 2026. You can dive into a fully immersive tabletop experience at the historic St Brival's Castle YHA in Gloucestershire. For just over £200 a night, you'll get everything: D&D, delicious food, on-site accommodation, and a whole range of themed activities including archery, fencing, and candle dipping. Blood and Banners D&D will have an original setting inspired by the real history of St Brival's Castle and the folklore around the Forest of Dean. Across the getaway, 7 D&D parties will be adventuring in a shared, interconnected storyline, all guided by a talented, inclusive, and diverse GM team. So if you're interested and want a flavour for the adventure to come, taster one-shots are available online right now on the Moonshine Adventure website, moonshineadventures.co.uk/blood and banners. Links are in the description below, so please go check out Moonshine Adventures and book your place at Blood and Banners today. And thank you, Moonshine, for sponsoring the show.
Sounds fucking epic.
It is,
But thank you.
Moonshine are fucking awesome.
yeah, they're really cool, and there's a lot more to
awesome.
announce later on with other people and stuff, which is just fucking cool.
Yeah.
We also have a show affiliate code with Roll and Play Press, which is Dragonborn 10. You can use at checkout at rollandplaypress.com to get 10% off your books and orders there. I'm going to throw over to Jack, who's going to talk about merch.
Yes, and if you fancy supporting us and getting something in return, then dragonbornindustries.com is the place to go, where you can find t-shirts from this campaign and Bloodpunk as well. Not that. But you can Dynatech mugs are also a staple of ours, and also handmade dice made by Ian himself. Right, look how they roll. 14.
Oh, not shabby.
Very well, very well. So dragonbornindustries.com is the place to go if you would love to support us and get something in return. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jack. I will throw over to James, who's going to talk about Twitch and YouTube.
Yeah, so if you're enjoying the stream, don't forget you can drop your Twitch Prime scrub.
Twitch Prime scrub. I don't want no scrub.
But we do want your subs, especially on Twitch Prime.
Good save.
It's totally free.
Get Twitch
It's part of
Prime
your
for me.
Amazon Prime subscription, and it helps our channel out. Another way you can help the channel out is going over to YouTube. YouTube. You can hit that join button where you become a member, get some exclusive perks and content, but you can also subscribe and go through our back catalogue of over 2 years. Well, no, it's not. Yeah, it is over 2 years of content, not just Starfinder, but Bloodpunk and other parts like painting up the monster manual. You can come hang out on our Discord where you can chat, and you've got all the behind the scenes things about what's going on, as well as wherever you get your podcasts, you can find all of our back catalogue again there. But a great way to help us on wherever you get your podcasts is leaving us a little like review, just so the algorithm finds us, and we can carry this on for years to come.
Thank you very much, James. Steph and Siobhan, anything from Gals this week?
There is one space remaining
Wonderful space.
on our Christmas extravaganza. So if you would like to book on, you can head over to happypiranha.com/events and look for Gals and Pals at the night market. We're running a Pals and Princesses system. For this one, it is going to be 3 GMs, a live NPC, puzzles, mysteries, and all sorts of cool things, including a raffle, which we've had some amazing donations for. I've received things from Midnight Tower, Fistful of Crits, the Fae Portal, Dragonborn Industries. There's some stuff coming from Warrior Prince 3D. Rogue and Rook have donated some things as well. There's so many, and I'll be putting out a lot of love and stuff to all the wonderful, wonderful people who've donated. But we are raising funds for local charity Sue's Cat Rescue. Sue is an incredible person who literally is a one-woman band who takes on all the cats in Cornwall that would otherwise get kind of like... You say that. It kind of is sometimes. She takes on the ferals, the oldies, the ones who would otherwise kind of get disregarded by other systems. We got our little boy Pumpkin from her, and so just to help her out at Christmas, we're going to be donating proceeds from the tickets and the raffle to her. So if you want to come along, one space left.
Wonderful.
One shot.
You only got one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once annually.
Music from tonight's show
Will be me.
will from Epidemic Sounds, as well as our hero point tokens, which will come from Dungeon Tokens, a fine purveyor of acrylic tokens for all of your TTRPG and wargaming needs. Obviously, these can be spent on one roll for your own D20s, unlike cred sticks, which can be spent on anything. Otherwise, we are going to jump into episode 97 of Orion's Hope.
Don't mind me.
After getting back to Absalom Station, our crew get to spend some money to upgrade their gear, but most importantly, some upgrades to some of their clothing and personal aesthetics.
Yeah.
Kaz takes some time to visit Rokai and potentially enlist his help in gathering a number of mercs for whatever the crew are to find on Triaxis, while TJ goes and bothers Linda, their life partner, at work. Here in the depths of the Lawspire complex, in a place known as the Archive Cortex, TJ gives Linda her free gift, but finds out that more may be going on at Starfinder Central. Linda takes TJ to the main office of Historia 7, where they are poring over data, but are also joined by Agent Wren of the Data Files, and one of the second Seekers, Luazi Elsabo, and newly elected First Seeker and leader of the Starfinder Society, John. All who appear to be poring over data newly from the stewards about the recent theft of Guardian orbs from the party and the threat this could now pose.
It's a fucking mess.
And that is where we're jumping back into today. As TJ, you stand in the glass bubble office of Historia 7, as many Starfinders and Stokie custodians are buzzing around below you, as Luazi finishes telling you that because the orbs and pirate operations heading towards Demalco now lie outside of the Pact World systems, that they will not be able to, the stewards will not be able to do anything with the information given to them from Junie. I hand over to you, Steph. What would you like to do now?
Okay, so just so I've got this straight, so the stewards can't do anything, even though they gave us the facility to do something in the first place.
Remember, Luazi cuts in. Remember that they lent that mech to the Starfinders.
Yes.
They did not actively ploy a mission.
Cool. So, if not the stewards, then who is responsible for Law and Order Demalco Edition?
That would be their own peacekeeping operatives, their own laws, whoever runs that system. That system, however, sits in in near space, and it is part of what would have originally been Vesk space, but since then, even their own security services won't deal with anything outside of Vesk Prime systems. It is unfortunately a frontier system.
Cool.
The stewards, I believe, will probably let the Knights of Galerion know.
Yep, sure.
But whether or not they will do anything is a whole other matter, which leaves it kind of with us, and whether or not we can do anything. Aye, and Ren pipes up. I've been trying to put together a small contingency to at least try and head there. I have no clue what's really going on. I'm not really too sure about those orbs, although I was really with you when you went off to do that. Yeah. It's not really my place.
Sure. Hey, Ren, I'm going to send you a really large data file of all orb-related knowledge that we've got. Doris Day, I'll probably use his proper name. Doris Day did send us some video files and a myth, which might prove useful, which I'll send over as well. We did forward those to the stewards. I'm gonna be real. Sitting in that jail cell, on the the brig, essentially, on the fleet of the Shadow Captain, we had a real long talk. We are 4, quite honestly, quite green Starfinders. We barely got out of there alive with Taldi. I'm just going to lay it down. I'm always going to advocate for my crew. And in this case, I'm advocating that this is beyond our scope currently. If there is fallout, we will of course help and deal with it. But right now, I think our focus has to be Nimberstein. Not only for the reasons that we know already, but we have a personal connection there. Kaz still has some unfinished business with the architect. I will not take him from that.
And John speaks up. I would expect no less. We always want to advocate for the safety of our crews as best we can. And you see this like older human, a little bit hunched in their like custodial uniform, but now with a fully emblazoned Starfinder badge on their chest. A few more bits of information have come to light since we last spoke.
Lay on me, John.
Yes. 2 delegates from within the Pact Worlds have made for Absalom Station. One from Octurne, who turned up the other day and just appeared in the Starstone reactor and has been there since. They are part of a sect called the Midwives.
Oh, fuck me.
We didn't expect this, nor have station security given them permission to be there. They just happened to turn up there and have been praying at the Starstone reactor since. And every time they have been moved on, the security forces have not been able to do so. It has not been conflicting or violent, but they have just been unable to remove this midwife. The other one is we have received word from Sovereign, which is the colony of elves on Lashunta on Castrovel. This is a very secular society that shuns many outsiders, but one that comes with an odd request. They are coming to the Lawspire complex to look for Shaw and Kassar, who were previously members of your crew, but have described yourselves, including Junie, in a message that details bringing a message to you.
Okay. I think I might need to call my crew here.
And Ren pipes was like, I was wondering where the rest of the crew were, but look, we've got at least a day until this elf arrives, but if you want to, I can take you down to the reactor to meet this midwife.
Yes, please, Ren, that'd be wonderful.
Not a problem. I'll go let station security know. Historia, if you don't mind. And she just nods, and you can see she is still pouring over data. And you can see the data that you sent back, everything from the stewards. And she's like, yes, agent. And just lets him go. He nods. You see him pick up a large sword and put it on his back. He hits a button on his side, and his armor, which looks different now, like hexagonal force field, like wraps up around him underneath his jacket. I'll see you shortly then. And he leaves the room, leaving you with Luwazi, John, who kind of looks at you a bit bewildered. It's just like, it's quite a lot.
Yeah. It's funny being thrust into a position of responsibility and power, isn't it, John?
Yes, but one that I'm hoping I'm dealing with well. And Luwazi, it's like, you're doing fine, John.
You're going to do great, John. We have the utmost faith in you.
You have all of the Second Seeker's support. I promise you that. And yeah, what do you do?
I'm gonna get on the blower. I'm gonna open up a group call to the whole crew. Hello.
You guys hear the
Big
call?
ring, it's TJ.
Hello.
Yep, hello.
Hi.
Hi, crew. Cheeky little development. Can we all reconvene at the Law Spire, please, and thank you?
Do we have to?
Yes.
Okay.
Captain's orders.
Do I know where that is?
Psychonautic.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure. Like, as a steward from Bastion, you know exactly where the Law Spy complex is. You know most of Absalom Station, and the stewards work quite closely with the Starfinders.
No worries.
I'll actually, Kaz, en route, can you please pick up an Acatonian loaf from the bakery for me, please?
An Acatonian loaf.
Acatonian loaf.
I might ask what for.
Reasons.
Okay.
I want to do some buttering up of a midwife.
It just hangs up.
There's a slight pause, like... I shall not ask any more questions. Very well. I'll be there as soon as I can.
Thanks. Pez, you good?
Oh, he's hung up when he heard about the bread.
God.
The Pez is already in the Law Spy complex, isn't he? He's just got to go downstairs.
It turns to Lynn like, I like saying weird shit to Kaz. It freaks her out so much.
Sounds fun.
It really is.
And Linda has been with you the whole time. I hope it's whatever this is. It's not too ominous.
I'm gonna be really real with you for a minute, Linda. It's really ominous.
You okay?
Yeah. It's been a lot. It's been a heavy week.
She's gonna sense motive like, yeah. 17. Okay. She kind of like puts like a hand on your bicep. Have you been working out?
I can do 2 pull-ups.
Oh.
Just gonna flex a little bit. No, it's
Gadoosh!
Destroyer of worlds. It's been a heavy week, and it just a lot of big decisions and things have had to be made, and some actions that I didn't want to have to take. But here we are.
You should try the cake.
It's really phenomenal, isn't it?
It's like 2-year birthday cake. It's really good.
It is really good. I'm really enjoying the mix of sweet and salt in it. It's a good.
And the crunch.
Yes, thank
Not that I
you.
can taste it, I'm on the phone.
Junie, have you got cake as well?
Yes!
Junie, do you want to just stay talking while you come over? Everyone else has hung up.
I'm going to presume that people start to congregate on the Law Spy complex. Do you meet in the archive cortex? Do you meet in the lobby, in the foyer, in like this grand atrium? Where would you meet them, TJ?
I think he knows that probably Junie doesn't maybe have the same access at this point, so we'll go and because we maybe not have been here as much.
Yeah.
We'll go to the lobby and meet.
So is it just you meeting there, or just everybody meet there?
I think we're all meeting there.
Yeah.
In the atrium. So for you, Junie, you've probably never been inside the Law Spire complex. Getting to the Law Spire campus or Starfinder campus is kind of like a large university, but there is this large tower in the centre of this area that points up towards the ceiling of the ring, which is this large area of the habitation zone around the middle of Absalom Station that's hundreds upon hundreds of feet tall. It's like a skyscraper, but this tall point with lots of dots for windows all around it. As you're brought inside the grounds, you can see that there are still areas of like lawns and grass and water features, very kind of like university campus style. But there are like milling around ship crews and people wearing Starfinder badges and varying uniforms, not of like Starfinder uniforms, they don't have an official one, but like maybe crew uniforms where some crews put together their own aesthetic or where other ones are a bit more kind of like freeform. But the thing that ties most of them together is in some way, shape or form, embroidered or a badge, they are wearing the Starfinder emblem. And most of them wear it proudly. Some of them have it as a hologram though, some of them, it could be a small tattoo, but most people are wearing them. There are other people as well, like custodians of the Law Spire complex, who are people who wear this turtleneck, t-shirt that has the Starfinder badge emblazoned on them, and it looks a lot like Under Armour with this like sleek black look, and they often are showing people around or showing delegates around. And you go towards this large spindle-like building where you see these large doors. And inside it, you see a vast museum-like atrium where in the centre is a grand statue surrounded by a water feature of a dwarf with bald head and a long beard who stands proudly donning a Starfinder badge looking up to the stars. You see drones flying around, all casting different holographic images, some displaying data for various Starfinders, or some showing the maps of the complex that they are in. There is a custodian on the door who greets you as you see TJ Kaz and Pez probably waiting for you there. As for you, Kaz, you see Junie appear wearing a very similar jacket to one you used to own.
I think he just does like a double take. He just goes like, "All right, Junie, yeah."
Hello, everybody.
Junie, you look fantastic.
Thank you so much.
I like the coat.
You alright?
Yeah.
Is there something on it?
No, yeah.
The man in the shop said it was. Yeah, it looked clean when I got it. Make sure is there.
Well, Junie, you gotta be real careful with second hand. You don't know where that thing's been.
Well, it was good. It was clean. That's something.
Yeah.
Impressive, really.
Yes. What sort of brought on the fashion choice?
Oh well.
The
Do
change.
you remember when I was trying to hide that
Oh,
gun?
yes, of course.
Yeah, and I
Yes.
couldn't because it was
See-through.
yeah, it was see-through. So I thought, get a new coat.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Get a new coat. What a coat it is.
Yep.
And I got a tattoo. Look.
Oh, sick!
Yeah. It's cool, right?
That's very cool tattoo.
I'm so glad Junie got a woman's coat and a new tattoo.
Yes. So do I. Anyway, I can tell you a loaf you fucking asshole.
Thanks, buddy.
Mark a credit off for that, will you?
Yeah.
Okay, so debrief. I came here to bother Linda and ended up with guilt and missions. So
Oh, the usual.
the usual.
Brilliant.
The stewards won't do shit about Demalco because it's not in the pact. They are telling the knights who say knee about it so that they can potentially.
You could all make a culture check off that.
Snobbery.
Around 20, I think.
20?
34.
28.
Okay, and I think for you, Junie, this is kind of the big thing, is that the Knights of Galarion are like a military organisation who are closely connected with the Pact World's government. So when the stewards can't deal with something, they tend to let the Knights of Galarion know. Now, the Knights of Galarion are a militarised religion. They follow Ionde, who is a very notable god, often with like justice and with war and things that go with it, but like also honor and codes and stuff like that. They have cathedral ships. These are like vast ships that are basically churches that float through the cosmos looking for evil. Most of the evil they look for are with people like the Hell Knights, who are the devil's equivalent. These are people who, you know, follow Asmodeus and other evil entities, and it's their, you know, the light and dark to that kind of side of an infinite war kind of thing. They are renowned for wearing things like power armor and having like this big red kind of like aesthetic to them, very like Blood Angels kind of feel from like 40k. But they all take vows to live by Ionde's code, and it's called the Code of the Inheritor, which is also one of the names of like the major church vessels that they have. They strive to bring their patron goddess's version of law and order not only to the Pact Worlds but to beyond it. So they do take on roles that the stewards then can't do, but only if they're not accosted on other fronts, or if they're not currently engaged, or if they deem it to be of a high priority. That priority can change depending on the information they've got, but you would know that that's who the stewards would pass information off to, or the Starfinders, who can act outside of the Pact Worlds without having to interfere with Pact law. The one thing that the stewards are supposed to keep in check is Pact law. Yeah.
So the knights, excuse me, I took a really bad time to eat more cake.
Half that loaf's gone.
Oh, fuck. There's something inside my little hamster brain that just went loaf. So that's where that stands currently. The Starfinders are weighing up involvement. I have taken our horse out of the race, I will say. I have kind of said, you know, if things get bad on the back of it, we will do what we can. I've given them as much information as I can, but we were in a real tight spot, and I don't want to put you in that spot again. I know that, Junie, you literally have a work commitment. Kaz, I know that the architect is still at large and is a priority for you and your people.
Yes.
Pez, I don't know what your deal is, man, but I love you. And I know for me personally, I would like to really nail this Dine thing. So that's what I put forward. But they've also then been like, hey, two delegates have kind of rocked up. There's some stuff going on, and the little alarm bells have been a ring-a-ding-a-dinging. So firstly, from Sovereign, one of the Elders of Castrovel, is coming, looking particularly for Skelken and Ida. Vorag, fuck, because I was thinking, because two similar names, dude. Vorag! It's because I never remember that guy.
Sure.
They were looking for them,
Right.
but also our names have all come about within that process. So they're going to be here tomorrow and would like to, including you,
Later today.
Junie.
Possibly later today.
Possibly later today. Time. Who knew? Junie, you were included in that, so
Great.
wild. Also, there is someone from Acton who's rocked up at the Starstone reactor. They are a midwife, and they are praying and will not be moved. Which, knowing what we know about Acton, is scary. Using my new Pact World book, could I do a check to see if I can gain any extra information about the midwives?
Yes, you can. Oh, and I'm going to give you a credit for that.
Thank you. Oh, an old school credit. Give me a cake.
I feel like there's a reason you give an old school credit.
No, just the first one I grabbed. I recently shook the thing.
30.
30. The midwives, and I think accessing the infosphere and using the pact worlds, and it lowers it by 5 as well, doesn't it? Lowers it by 4?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So I add 4 to my roll, basically, which is what I did.
Oh,
So-
right, okay, cool. So it doesn't lower it, it just adds 4.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, the midwives are a group of 13 cultists from near Amnesia, which is the second largest city population on Octurne. It is near a place called the Gravid Mound, which is an egg-like shape which protrudes from the skin-like surface of the planet on a tendril of skin before it comes up, and then there's like a caldera basin in the top of it where amniotic fluid collects.
I was going to say, the name Amnesia is fucking great.
Genuine piezo lore.
Fucking, well done, Paizo. I appreciate
Which
that.
I appreciate because it tied into what we wrote at the start of the campaign. And I was like, the fact that like I wrote something that tied into it, and I was like, fucking yeah! Nailed it. And you know that that's the location they're from. The midwives are said to be one of a group of people who nurture the Gravid Mound as though it were an entity waiting to hatch over the infinite lifespan that has been Octurne's eternal position in the stars. It's quite powerful in terms of a place, and it's more along the Eldritch lines than anything else. But nobody really truly knows what's there, or even if they're correct, because it's been an eternity, and this thing's never hatched, nor has anything ever come of it. But they are supposedly the keepers of this particular area.
Say this to the group. So Ren is going to take us down there.
And it is at that point you see Ren approaching the front doors from the outside.
Hi, Ren!
All right.
Hello, good to see you again.
Hi, and you. Pleasure to meet you. My name's Ren. He puts his hand
Nice
out.
to meet you.
And you see this human male wearing a red jacket, surprisingly. This is part of the cosplay that I had for him. White mohawk, bright, piercing green eyes. Late 20s, early 30s. Large sword on his back with this like powerful ley line that runs through it. 2 pistols at their side. And they don a Starfinder badge on one arm, but then they also have the symbol of the data files, a subsect of the Starfinders, on their other one. Well, it's nice to see you all again. Sorry it's always under such fucked up circumstances.
One day we'll have a normal outing with you, Ren. One day.
I genuinely would love that. Honestly, like, since coming back from Kashoria, things have been a bit hectic for me, and I'd quite like it not to be.
Right!
Well, I've lost my position out in the field, and so now I have to kind of do dog's body's work, so...
Oh, shit, Ren. Well, you know, there's always a bunk for you on the Hope.
I greatly appreciate that, I really do.
Why have you lost your position?
I've become too public. One of the last pushes that Dynatech had put out showed me and named me. I can't operate in a reconnaissance position behind enemy lines
Bastards.
if I'm known. I think it was all part of the same ploy. I think it was all part of Xano's position to weaken any staple I might have had with that investigation, but...
Well, I'm glad that there's soup.
Me too, to an extent, but obviously that puts me firmly in the place of being in Aslanti space as a Starfinder, which then puts me at a risk if the Aslanti decide to pursue, as now the Dynatech situation is going public with a criminal conviction against them, or a warrant out for the arrest, puts all of their happenings in legal terms out in public, which means that the Aslanti, if they were looking into it, would see it, which again puts the pact at risk. But if we can prove that ourselves and everybody else was there to help stop situations like that, then we're all good. But it does mean my field days are now behind me.
Oh, that sucks too. Well.
It's an unfortunate circumstance of the events that have unfolded, but I'm making the best of it. Hopper's found a new home. He's quite enjoying it.
Oh, good.
But
Good.
for now, I'm grounded. So I should probably take you down to the reactor, as more fucked up things are happening.
Yeah. Kaz has got his kisses in.
Sorry, what?
That was not information. He didn't even know.
Look, I just wanted to give him some normal news. Kaz has got a lady friend. He's got his kisses in.
Oh,
Please tell me that.
Sense motive, sense motive.
you can sense motive that.
Plus expertise.
He's saying that directly to me. Plus expertise.
31.
It's 2 on that dice.
Ooh.
He looks a little wounded by that.
Oh! And I'll whisper to Ren, it'll never last.
But like, he holds it together well. And I think it's only because you've spoken to him before that he looks a little wounded by that. And it's not like heartbreak, but he's like, oh, right, okay, well, I'm glad to hear that you're happy. That's fantastic.
I feel really bad now.
Yeah, I mean, it's been, I think, a long time coming, so...
That's how they like it.
Yes, Ren.
Look, look,
Oh, dear.
we don't know much about this midwife, but it's fucked up timing.
Ominous timing.
Aye, from what I've learned of yourselves and from Calyx is that doesn't seem to have a plan for it all, and I'm not really a big fan of magic and of destiny, but fucking hell, guys.
Right.
My fucking hackles are well up.
Yep.
And like he begins walking you through Absalom Station, and you leave the Law Spire complex, and you go out into the ring, and you're taken to an elevator which you all know starts leading down into the spike. And it is somewhat of a journey. You know, you've got to go down through many, many layers, several different elevators, several different districts within the spike. Again, that some of you know very well, some of you don't. Until you get down to a couple of levels where you can really start to feel the thrum of that reactor core, of the Starstone engine. You can feel the power from here, like being a couple of floors away. I think for Junie being an android, there's something within android circuitry and their synthetic makeup that kind of gives you this almost tingly feeling being close to a drift beacon this big. For the rest of you, it's almost like you can sense arcane power coming off it. From those more attuned to magics and the mystic ways, it would be incredibly strong. But for the three of you, I think Pez is the most attuned at this point to anything arcane. And that's, I think, it's because you're picking up like computer waves and like different signal imprints now that you're used to encoding spell gems into spell chips. Is there anything on the way that you want to chat about?
In what way does this actually directly affect us? Having someone from Octurne.
Well, because of the whole hatching planet thing.
And you guys are really the only people we've seen that have had any kind of contact with
Do you,
this.
do you remember that
Yeah.
vision that we had, Kaz, back in Desi's temple?
Desi's.
And we literally had
Yes.
a vision of a planet with a black pyramid, and they were nurturing the ground, and I thought it might be Acturn.
Give me a coach check.
Question mark by it. I think it's swim.
Hero point in from Steph.
Let's get a different one out.
Quite like having those up there.
Culture.
You can use your pact rolls book.
Sick. 28.
It's most definitely Octurne. The pyramid itself is the great temple to Nereathalartep, who is the main god of that particular planet. They're seen as a darker god of the negative planes, but that doesn't necessarily always mean evil. This is the temple of the people who are kind of fighting against the Dominion of Black, and the Dominion of Black are kind of trying to usurp them and take their place, because the beings that control the Dominion of Black are kind of like demigods, but not quite full gods.
So yeah, do you remember when we saw it, and then there was like all the tendrils coming out from the planet, and there was all the people with blank faces, and they were like, whoa, and it was like, whoa!
Yes, I do remember.
Desna showed us that, so that kind of, I felt, I took I should have put it to a vote, and I'm sorry I didn't, but I took a captainly veto.
Yeah, it's fine. Though. It's just the whole orb thing we gave up. And,
We did.
I thought, I was hoping our next move would be to go to Traxxas.
Well, we can't go for like a day, can we? But I think if we're the only people who know this stuff, it makes sense to just speak to this person.
Even if you're just passing on information, but
Thing.
look, I think chasing dying is the most important thing. So we've looked at that for a long time. It's clearly the next step. Whatever this is, if the gods are gonna get in the way, they're gonna get in the way. If not, you continue the mission.
I was only thinking in case it's related somehow, because we know dying's searching for better. But how many times have we come across this like ascension thing? Because if Nerifire was looking to ascend, she was programmed to research the gap. It just feels like maybe a thread we need to have a slight tug on, and if it unravels the sweater, so be it. If we reach a knot, we'll just walk away from it and leave us as an unfinished project.
Very well, fair enough.
I think that's the smartest thing you can do. I think play it by ear, take it each step at a time. You can only do anything what you can with the information you've got. And the more information you have, the better.
Exactly.
And the more information we have of the Starfinders, the better as well. And eventually, the elevator comes to a close, and it's almost like like loft elevators that you see in like New York things. They have to like pull like the shutters up in this final one, and as you step out, you notice that the first thing that happens is the hue of the entire floor changes. And did somebody remove one of my plugs?
No.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no! Why not working? I want it to work. That was really mysterious.
Not bloody mysterious.
Roddy.
Mysterious girl.
Whoa!
That wasn't creepy. Boom!
Mysterious
Oh my
you.
God.
Fun.
That's sick.
What the fuck?
Yeah, nice.
I gotta try and see through that. As the hue of blue throughout the entire floor, it's an absolutely massive light.
God. It's like migraine inducing.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Don't you worry about me. And you hear a kind of chanting. You can't quite make it out, but it's somewhat rhythmic, but not entirely a song. More kind of like a prayer, maybe. This way. And Ren begins walking you through a very empty section of the reactor core, where These are clearly the corridors around it, and every now and again you see somebody from station security just posted, and they nod to Ren like he's supposed to be there, and allow you guys to pass, until you enter a very bright and almost blinding room. The room itself is enormous, at least 5 or 6 levels of the spike altogether. They're all encompass with walkways and rooms a ginormous crystal. A drift beacon. One hundreds of feet tall. At least 100 feet in diameter. And it is bright. And for a moment, you all feel the power coming off of it. And you see the amount of security that's posted here is vast. And you know that down in the spike there are tons of crime gangs. People who fight to try and even get in here because controlling the Starstone reactor could potentially control Absalom. But it's well guarded. And yet you see a figure on their knees, their hands up towards this crystal as they kind of sway underneath it, chanting the entire time. Child of the universe yet unknown, whose name stirs beneath the membranes of our world, we cradle your first heartbeat in stellar fire. Drink of this redirected light. Be nourished by the stone that crowns gods. When you rise, let creation tremble in welcome. O bleeding planet with whom you churn with infinite gestation, womb of horrors or herald of wonders, accept this offering of star-touched power. Be still your convulsions, hush your birthing spasms, until the new one breathes and claims its place among its brethren, and it just repeats over and over again, echoing around the space. So that's something.
Can I sound clip it and do a mysticism check?
Absolutely, you fucking can.
With using it as a sound clip and running it through, I can use my computers instead. I'm actually going to use that.
Hero point in from Jimothy.
35.
Yeah, I mean, this is clearly some kind of prayer. Mm-hmm. Obviously it is, but it's very, very vague in where that kind of sits. Both like womb of horrors or herald of wonders. You don't know what side that could be. Somebody perceiving something as one or not the other, or it could mean whatever is to come out could be one or the other. Accept this offering of star-touched power. Be nourished by the stone that crowns gods. You think of words like that, you know, drink of this redirected light. This prayer is is maybe taking power away from it and siphoning it somewhere else. Nourishing, that's also interesting. Be still your convulsions, hush your birthing spasms. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory, right? Until the new one breathes and claims its place among its brethren. They're talking, you know, maybe about a new god, but again, you've not heard anything about this god. You know that Octane is supposed to be birthing something, but again, nobody quite yet knows. But that goes back to the first line, child of the universe yet unknown, whose name stirs beneath the membranes of our world. Octane is made of skin and sinew. That could be that. We cradle your first heartbeat in stellar fire. Again, worth breaking down, but you're not too sure. And it really comes back to drink of this redirected light, be nourished by the stone that crowns gods. And you think of that particular line as both a mystic point of view, an arcane point of view, and then as an engineering point of view. The Starstone reactor is a drift beacon. The drift beacons were a gift from Triune when they ascended to make sure that drift travel was accessible to everybody in the universe for free. It stopped a power struggle for people creating powers and things of like interstellar travel. These things are powerful. clearly, they're not just beacons. And this midwife could be channeling some of that power to nourish whoever this newborn is.
I relay it and say about obviously she's looking at potentially using some of the drift light to kind of, and I'll kind of ask her, is this, excuse me, midwife? Just try not to like, trying to like dodge out the way of her arms and her like prayers.
Yeah, I mean, like, so she is like at the end of this like catwalk that goes out to underneath the Starstone.
I kind of start at the end of a catwalk to try and not like interrupt her.
And Ren, as you say that, is like, we've all tried, and as soon as you finish your sentence, her arms come down, and she turns on the spot. And you see a human woman with like sallowed and sickly skin of a blue hue, whether that's the Starstone reactor or that is her own skin tones, you're not sure. Her eyes are dark and a strange mix of black and red, but like the irises themselves are bleeding out into the surrounding white. They wear very cultist-like robes of the darkest dark black, like Vanta black, with a large hood that seems to roil and move up around the top of her head like living tentacles woven from the shroud. The bearers arrive.
Oh.
Aye, well, yeah, ooh.
About that. What?
I just have a question. Is it
Go away.
leave? Is it, you say about this god, is it a child that has known of its powers, or is it a newborn?
And they have this like really wide smile, and they've got like broken and rotten teeth. The newborn is all of our children.
Oh no.
No.
Oh no.
Are they destined to be a new entity entirely?
They are a god.
Or have they been born before?
Oh, they are quite new. And they have this like lofty tone to them, and their hands are just out. It's very ecclesiastical. Ecclesiastical? How do you say that word?
Enthusiastic.
Ecclesiastical. Let's go with that. And you can see that, again, yeah, they've got these like long, wizened fingers that come out from underneath their robes. Like they've got really dirty fingernails. They don't wear though any like symbols. They haven't got any like necklaces of any of the gods that you've seen so far. There's nothing to denote anything other than, you know, they are wearing what look to be very cultist robes and stand there unarmed.
Would you break bread with us and tell us the tales?
The hand goes out and will take a piece of Acatonian loaf. Of course I would. Takes a bite.
Call us the bearers. Tell us more.
Were you not the bearers of the orbs?
No.
Well, 3 out of 4 of us had one at one point, but no more.
And this is bear.
So technically,
You worry that this name implies a role within the nurture of the newborn. It does not.
good.
Are you looking for these orbs yourself?
No. Whatever will be, will be. We merely nurture the newborn until it is time. And time is coming.
I was gonna say, like, how, like, if you had to put, I don't know, a number on it.
And they like look up to the Starstone reactor. Soon. Can you not feel the spasms of birth? And there's anybody can do me a mysticism check.
Fucking hell. Okay.
Natural 20.
Natural 20 also!
Yay.
Yay!
For a total of
Mine's only 27 though.
23.
only 27.
So could be
23.
15.
With a natural 124.
I think not for you, Kaz. But there is like
Not for you, Kat.
it's not for you, Kaz. You do sense almost like a quivering pulse of magic
God.
when she looks up to the Starstone reactor. It's almost like you feel some of that power being siphoned away. And like Ren steps up and is like, and just to be clear, are you siphoning power? Of course we are. This is the closest drift beacon to the birthing site. We have to. This is the God's will. This is part of the problem, is we thought this was the case, but no readings whatsoever are denoting any power fluctuations, any loss of power, anything from the Starstone reactor. Everything is still normal and nominal.
Well, that's good.
Aye, it's good, but I mean, yeah.
Does that mean there's something about the reactor that the midwives know that you don't?
I mean, I would assume so, since she's here.
Hey, Miss Midwife. Love the outfit, by the way. So when you're what power exactly are you taking from this stone? We've encountered some ascension nonsense recently, so just wanting to kind of see if that aligns with things on our end.
Milk.
Gets worse.
Jesus.
The nourishment of a god is not like that of the mortal, where we would drink from a mother's breast.
Do you?
These drift beacons may offer nourishment to a newborn god.
God's milk.
God's milk, indeed. Episode title.
Like
God's
that.
milk.
God milk.
God's milk?
God's milk.
Oh, gross.
You speak of ascension. Yes. And no. The elves will arrive soon. They know more of that.
Oh, we'll have a chat with them.
How do you know the elves are coming? The will of the gods is not for us to question, but only to interpret.
Do the gods talk to you?
I see visions sometimes from different places, whether this is the gestational mind of the newborn or those who seek to gain control. I do not know. We are here to merely nurture the arrival of their brethren.
So, that's cool.
When this newborn is birthed, what's the after visions after they've been birthed from their egg?
I am but a midwife. I do not know. Our powers are just here to nurture and nourish the newborn until the gestation is complete. After that, the time of the gods is different to the linear time of ours.
Is it the birth of something? Are we getting Gap 2.0 here? In reverse? Like instead of a planet fucking just going, are we getting a new one? Is that what's happening? Are we getting a new universe?
Have your order been doing this longer than pre-Gap? Yes. We have nurtured Octurne since the dawn of time, before, during, and after the Gap. Yes,
Another one?
the newborn will be part of the Pantheon.
I don't
No
know.
luck with them gods then!
Just the one god, actually.
Is this something to do with Kyokas? Is it like the mother Kyoka? You know what I mean?
I was considering
Queen.
Queen
The
Kyoka,
Queen Kyoka.
Queen of the Kyokas.
Yeah.
It's like an alien or it's like a queen and then starts making up.
But
Because we know Kyokas are pre-Kappa,
Mhm.
right?
They were. Oh.
You can make me a recall knowledge check.
6.
12.
14.
Oh, might as well.
You can't, I'm afraid.
Oh. 12.
Something's come up before around this, but you're not quite sure.
Well, the whole orb stuff was, surely. Which means, the whole orb
Yes.
was created because of the coyotes.
The bearers.
Yes.
Therefore, and if these midwives have been nurturing the orb actor before, during, and after the gap, it could be related.
Am I right in thinking that the cloacas emerged from the planet of Demarco itself? They came up from beneath,
Yes.
didn't they? Because I've got a note I've written, the planet hatched these beings.
You can make me a recall knowledge and include your culture.
That's fucking shit.
That is shocking.
Is that worth spending a credit on, do we think?
That was a great bike sound.
It's under 20 if I don't.
Hey, your creddies.
Credit in?
I want the knowledge.
Ready. Go on. Oh, that's a bad miss.
It's a really bad miss.
And the creds are on the table.
Oh, we'll just take it. That's going to be an 18. So, in my like, Tito's going to go through his file of facts of knowledge.
I think with an 18, I am going to give you something.
Okay.
Demalco was a thriving, peaceful planet until the Awakening.
Yes.
The Awakening happened after Gap. You know that because that's something that's been part of the missions you've been part of, something Skelkin would have told you, something you've discovered through Dera's Day and through like learning about the Kyoka and stuff like that. And it said that these monstrosities roamed the land looking for the Demai people and anybody that lived there and ravaging cities. The oceans and the lakes evaporated, leaving the seabeds barren. And yeah, like they came around at the same time this is Awakening, but that was post-Gap. But there was something with the orbs and a vision you'd seen part of that had something about that pre-Gap.
Yes. Because I've got in my little file of facts, Demalco, the cracks appeared in the surface, water vanished, beasts rising up from the earth. That the Guardian orbs deterred them from the place. We've seen stuff with the guy and the hood, pushing them back. Got more things in my file of facts, it's just finding it. Stressful.
Midwife, can you tell us more about the connection between the bearers and orbs and what midwives do with Opta and what you're expecting?
The midwives merely watch, nourish, guard, and are ready to swaddle the newborn when they arrive. But there were those that came after that looked to influence the gestation. The bearers originally sought to put away darknesses throughout the universe. But with that came knowledge, power, and a mortal-made tool that could become something, could make somebody greater than they could ever achieve in a mortal life. We had visions in later years of the bearers stopping the influence over the newborn, a threat that arises once more with new bearers. And she, like, at that point, hands come down and gesture to the four of you.
Is it kind of the intent? Like, our influence on the orbs would then influence the newborn and banish away the darkness.
The bearers do not speak of their own power, but of the power they could potentially instill within the newborn, changing its alignment, as it were.
So just as a throwing it out there, say an orb kind of took on the blood of someone, would that take some of the power that the newborn can have?
That's a big fucking number.
Found the note I was looking for about the temple and the cult of the Dominion of Black, and that they would use the orbs to bind them in the planet like a reverse birth. That's the note I was looking for before.
That's in the 30s, okay. Yeah, I just need to remember what was said for me to make that check. What was said for me to make that check? Fuck.
As I say, for example, an orb
blood.
took on the
Yeah.
blood.
Blood is but a key that locks a door.
Cool.
The elf will know more. The original bearers used it as a binding agent in their magics. It plays no part but to unlock one of these boundaries between the planes where an entity awaits.
Okay.
An entity that would acclimate itself within the newborn gestation. One that looks to ascend.
Okay. Okay. So, well, that, okay. Oh. So we know that now. That's confirmed. But do you know whether this is going to be a good thing for the universe or a bad thing for the universe? Like, could it be like, hey, great, new god for the Pantheon, worship, or is it going to be like, oh, everybody's dead?
There is a wide smile. That is the bearer's job to decide. And she turns around. Child of the universe yet unknown, and begins chanting once more.
I'm just going to say it. I really don't get the whole thing with like the birthing and the milking and the like, what, just be made in a tube. It's so much cleaner.
Ren is like, what the fuck was that?
Fucking
A mess.
So, right. And this lady is back to just like chanting and again, every time they get to the end of this paragraph, you feel that power pull for those that could sense it before.
Did she look at all of us when she said bearers?
one of us. One of us.
Welcome to the shit show.
I didn't even. Did I see an orb?
You've seen. You have. Yeah.
I
you
did
have
see.
seen
Yeah,
them.
I did see.
For like a
I didn't
day.
touch them though, did I? No, fascinating. Well,
You might have said there was shit going off in the background still.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, alright, fuck it, I've got to fucking either nip this in the bud or carry it on.
Do you know what? I'm gonna say it. Fuck Vorag. Fuck Skelken for bringing this shit to our door.
Oh, 100%.
Fuck them. And they've just fucking fucked off or fucking died.
Yep.
Yeah, what's that? Our elf's here.
Right.
And we're gonna get to break.
Yeah, brilliant.
We'll see you in about 10 minutes time, guys.
Ah!
And we are back. How you guys doing?
Nervous. I've never been so nervous about a fucking RP session.
I think it's
Me
because
too.
We thought we were done with it.
Yeah.
I
But
did.
it's Ian, and he's one of those lovely DMs who just keeps the world turning beyond, which I really fully appreciate and love, but also...
There is something to be said with you guys being like, we're dropping this, and that's fine. but I'm not gonna
Is it?
but I'm not cutting off the ties
Yes.
to it whatsoever.
Yeah.
I need to keep that going
Yeah.
because it's been running the entire campaign. If I just cut
Yeah.
that, it wouldn't be fair on you guys. I've been purposely withholding information until today.
So we like to go to tobacco.
Exactly. You can still do whatever you want. I just have purposefully not overloaded your quest log for very good reasons.
We've done enough of that ourselves.
Exactly. So
Us now.
yeah, it'll be all on you for
Engineers
that
of
one.
law.
But
Legend.
the world doesn't stop turning. Which again, even if you guys are like, oh, we've spoken to them, sweet, yeah, crack on, because you don't know what's going to happen. Whichever route you take, something is always moving, and you know, I enjoy watching you guys make the choices. It's kind of part of the game, realistically, for me, because you are setting up for campaign 2. All of this
Wild.
will go into whatever happens with Starfinder next. All of this will be a not with these characters obviously and stuff like that, but obviously whatever happens within this world,
Will influence.
right?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, Pez becomes the first truly immortal being.
And I will let
is
you
yes.
know now, there's a reason for that. Because Starfinder 2E has announced, it is out, even from the start of their first playtest module, a cosmic birthday,
Yeah.
which is Octurne hatching.
Yeah.
I didn't intend that when
Yeah.
we first started the campaign. It's just how it happened.
That's wild.
So I have to play this out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we should probably jump back in
Yeah.
and talk more about this in the Drift debrief.
Leave on YouTube.
Come now. As Ren comes back, our else here.
Okay.
And since we're not getting much more out of the midwife,
Yeah, please. Take us
On
away.
to the elf.
Yep.
Away from the midwife and on to the elf. Getting the law, that makes us feel sad.
Into the thick of it.
well, let's get into the elevator first, Pez. Shutters go up, shutters go down. And you begin the journey back up through the spike. That was a lot. The fuck was that?
Yeah, I was like,
There's a Hostoki in the system.
small creatures running about.
There's someone in the pipes.
In the
Ida?
plumbing? They're using the plumbing. So what'd you make of it?
Stressful.
Yeah. I don't want it.
No.
I don't want it.
I didn't like the line, that's for you to bear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, hate
We were
that.
trying to offload that for a reason.
Yeah, we were just going, no, thank you.
Yeah.
I hope our Elvish delegation or delegate knows more about what that means.
Well, they should,
Apparently
shouldn't
they do,
they?
yes.
Well, the idea that the fate of whether a god is good or bad lies solely in the hands of 4 individuals.
That's what she asked for as well.
Exactly. Yes. This is incredibly irresponsible.
The child.
Exactly. We have a child. We have a former criminal turned steward. We have a lab rat. And Kaz.
A former criminal.
A
That's it,
former
is it?
experimented
Yeah.
deep sleeper agent. This is not the key demographic for influencing a god.
It's certainly not
Or
what I
maybe
signed
it
up
is.
for, but
But look at the good you've all done.
Well, we've tried to do our best, though, haven't we?
I think
I mean, Gina, you say that, but for someone who's ended up in the stewards to fight for the side of peace and order from a criminal background, you've seen both sides of the coin. Pez, the innocence of a child can be something that goes a long way. TJ, you've seen nothing but hostility and aggression, and yet you still walk around with a smile on your face. Kaz, you've probably been through some of the worst shit I've ever heard of. And yet,
That's true. That is true.
and yet you fight on the side of what you think is morally right.
That's all we can do, really, isn't it?
Maybe that's the lesson.
Hmm.
You do what you can.
You were left to fate's devices, and yet you've still turned out all right.
Well, that's very nice to hear, Ren. Actually, I think we really needed that.
Some good words.
Yeah.
I've met many members of the Starfinder Society, and people on both sides of the criminal organisations, and people who think they're on the right side of the law. I'm nobody, but I try my best. Same as, from what I can tell, everybody who's been part of the Hope has. From Calyx, Ida, Thorag.
Sorry, I'm
You
gonna
can't-
stop doing that.
Aye, but you can't deny it.
Well, you can.
I've never seen a more versatile history in a crew. That was unintentional. I will claim that as
The
unintentional.
Orion's horse.
We are versatile in nature.
But
Spot on.
of all the Starfinders I know, I think you might be the ones that I would put this on over anybody else.
You hear that, Bear? We're finally picked.
But like he goes down like into like a squatting position, like kind of puts his hand on the back of Bear's sort of robotic head. It's just impressive how far Bear's come along since you were sat at a desk with a little hover drone. He stands up. Look, let's hear this elf out. From there, I'll do what I can with the Starfinders. If I can get out in the field, I'll head to Demalco. I don't mind. But
Calyx would love this.
I'm gonna get in touch.
Calyx was researching the Elves of Castrovel, so
I think they'd like to know.
I think so.
And also I think they should know.
Yes.
I think it's... Calyx may not be part of the crew anymore, but I think their part in this journey was to guide you here.
Des is, Desmond's boy. He'll always be our boy.
The elevator reaches the top of the spike, and you guys begin making your way back to the Law Spire complex. Ren takes a few individual calls on this trip, and you can hear him talking about the logistics of Elvish delegations and where they would be. There is a place where what's the name of the kind of building? Not assemblies, but when you are from when you have sovereignty of your country on different country soil, it's like a build
Embassy.
Embassy. That's the word I'm looking for. And yeah, I went straight to cigarettes there. Spot the ex-smoker. There's an Elvish embassy that's not often used, but it is within the Law Spire grounds. I'd expect them to be going there, but apparently they are making their way for the Law Spire complex.
Okay.
It's a singular elf wearing the robes of Desna,
Oh, good.
and yeah, you guys make for the Law Spire complex. You enter back into the atrium when Ren takes another call. They've been taken to the archive cortex.
Yeah, already. Very well.
Boomerang back round there.
Yep.
I imagine they're with Historia, and you guys take the elevators and descend back down into this clinical space where you can see that the buzz of the usual data jockeys and Hastokis is somewhat quietened, as a lot of them are kind of just like watching the office bubble, where you can see John, Historia 7, Luazi, and a tall, elvish figure in robes carrying a bundle of what looked like a second set of robes. Maybe like in their torso area, like quite wide. There's not much. Whereas the Hostoki clapped you as you went through last time, this time there is definitely a palpable atmosphere of not necessarily tension, but people trying to listen in to everything. Ren is like, well, that's something then, I guess. They move through this clinical space, head up the stairs, knock on the door. The door slides to one side. You can all enter. This elf wears ceremonial robes depicting butterflies with wings of stars and nebulas. Clearly a mystic disciple of Desna. They seem somewhat familiar. Maybe their facial features or bright eyes, you're not sure. But something seems like you know them in some way.
Are they familiar to all of us or some of us?
The two of you.
I thought so. Is it the elf that we've seen in the vision from the old Iadara days?
You can give me a recall knowledge check.
Don't fuck me. Fucked me. 8.
7.
You two can give me recall knowledge checks from footage you've seen. No, I don't think that footage is in there, because it's not even in the note if I recall. No, sorry.
Oh, fuck.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Maybe a similarity, but it's not the same person.
Do you know this person? I feel we know this person.
But something seems like you know them in some
There's
way.
a familiarity there, but
They have
pinpointed.
long hair of light brown colour in a long braid that reaches down most of their back. They have long bangs that fall down over their bright green pupilless eyes and frame their almost perfect skin. In their hands, they carry a large object covered in a large cloth of the same making of their robes, but with glyphs and glowing runes hovering over the cloth as if acting like a barrier or shield around the concealed item beneath. Please, Orion's Hope, Junie, please come in. We are joined by Shay, a delegate from Sovereign, the elven community on Castrovel. They have asked to speak with Skelkinshaw and Vorag Kassar. They only knew them via their surnames, but have also described the crew of the Hope, including yourself, Junie.
So, about that.
Vorag is no longer in the place of the living.
Why'd you say it so weird?
Is that not how we should be?
Fair play.
I mean, I could just say they're dead.
There we go.
Is that better?
That's better.
Okay.
That's more. That's what. Yeah, that's the state. Okay.
This elf kind of like looks at you. Their facial expression doesn't change. It's quite blank. It's a very neutral kind of expression. Their brow doesn't even furrow at that. They just understood.
Skelken, she disappeared in the middle of a temple to Desna on Kashoria during some strange happenings.
Yes.
Then everybody is right where they are supposed to be.
Cool.
Do you know where Skelken is?
No.
Tight.
Neither do we, so there you go.
There we go.
Fair play.
We've got the same knowledge. That's cool.
Level playing field.
See, we're playing 3D chess.
And again, their expression doesn't change. Forgive me, I am Baeus.
Baeus. Could you spell that for us, please?
GM-wise, it's Beiyys. It'll be some crazy elven runes, and I don't have those to
That's
hand.
fine, we just needed the phonetics.
So, Shay Baeus?
Shabazz.
Shabayas. Dr. Shabayas.
Do you say that?
Shabazz.
Yeah?
Why do you say that?
I heard Shay just now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
John said Shay, and then you said Bayers.
If I'm being
I
honest,
said the wrong name. I was like, I think I might have given them some information earlier on, and they just fucking recalled it out like that.
No.
I'm being honest.
Shay
Yeah,
Bayers.
I heard
I didn't mean to say Shay.
Okay.
I'll explain that in a minute.
Oh,
Fair
Bayers.
Bayes, lovely to meet you.
As it is you, I come as a disciple of Desna with a message for you from the Great Shay.
The great Shay, there, right, okay.
The great and powerful Shay.
One of the first bearers.
Oh.
Ren does make that kind of. He's like, he's like, there's that word again. First bearers.
Oh, that's why you look. But you look familiar, and that's probably why. Got it.
What is why?
Oh well, we just thought that you looked familiar. So you're a descendant of this Shay?
Yes.
We saw them in a vision.
Given to us by Tesla,
Yeah.
of course.
It was gnarly,
This
really.
was, yes.
They carried many weights as one of the first bearers. Chosen by the gods to defend the living, traverse the stars and try and bring peace. Yet some burdens transcend time, and the task of bearing is passed on. You, if my visions are correct, are the new bearers.
Oh, goody.
So we've been told.
I'm hearing that word a lot today.
Yes, too much.
Looking at the, you said there was like ruins floating around what they were carrying.
Like runes and glyphs, almost like a shield around a set of robes.
Yeah.
That's almost identical but older to what they are wearing, but inside it is something.
Do I know what the ruins
Ruins.
and glyphs look like, or can you decipher what they look
You could make me a mysticism check, but I would say that you would only add half of your computers because you don't have time unless you're like bloop 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 right here in the middle of this conversation.
Oh, Pez has no social boundaries, but I'm still doing this ready. So that was a 1. Sorry, that's not bad. Half my computers, that would be a 19.
There's some kind of containment with this magic. Hungry.
Just a little hungry. There's. You carry on. Yes.
Would you like some cake? We always have cake when we're in this office.
No.
It's John John's 110th birthday.
Cake, Junie.
I know, I'm
Bez.
Yes, please.
Bez will have some.
Please carry on. Do not let this stop you.
Among my people, there is a curious look to them as Kaz scoops food out onto a plate on the table.
Thank you, Kat.
What a shambles.
I love the idea that Kaz is doing this, and they blank expression are just watching, like emotionless.
He's learning.
It's my first time cutting a cake, as you can see.
He only saw a film for the first time yesterday.
Now he's watching the Great Picture.
Yes, do you want some?
No,
Oh, very well.
I am not
Thought I'd just check.
hungry, thank you. I bring the words of our ancestors. Our people, when of such import as the bearers are, are kept within a tomb in Loskilua on Ukalam. You can make
Bless you.
you can make culture checks. All of you can there. Pact Worlds as well will come into this.
Oh, sick. 30.
Natural one.
Oh, cast.
26.
My brain can't do maths. Give me a second. 33.
Yeah, 30 pluses. Loskilua is a region within a mountains on Ukalam, which is a continent on Castrovel, quite far away from Sovereign.
How are we spelling?
Fuck me. I wrote it down
I'll spell
phonetically.
it phonetically.
Yeah.
Oh, if it's phonetic, yeah, that's fine.
I mean, I can actually get the Pact Worlds book out for you.
Loskilua. On Clan.
It's
On
fucked up.
Castrovel.
Oh, it's not in that one. Fuck you. I had to get it from the Pathfinder
It's
map.
okay. I'm just spelling it like.
But Ukalam is Ukalam. And there is a mountain range on there, and you would know that Loskilua is like potentially like a village or town. Settlement may be there, but you're not too sure. Our ancestors are interred in a tomb there so that their words may be kept forever. Usually one would have to make quite the pilgrimage to hear their words after their passing. And they walk over to Historia's desk and they remove this object from where their chest is and place it down, and there is an audible like thunk as they put it onto the desk. And you can see it is a set of robes that is enshrouding whatever this almost cylindrical object is. I believe I was instructed to bring my ancestor here to you.
Oh, vision urn.
And again, throughout this, they are like emotionless.
I don't know. Could be. We called an orb Roy because we couldn't keep calling it orb because it has some sentience. It's a whole thing.
Yes.
What's in the rope?
The message.
Right.
Could we hear it?
Can we
Yes.
see it?
The slim elven form of Baius begins to move forwards towards the desk of Historia 7, holding in their hands this close to their torso, this mysterious object that they've now put onto the thing, because I didn't realise I'd done that bit and then I fucking read it. I'll not read that bit. They take a step back, and with it they pull on a cord that releases that cowl of the same robes worn by Baius. And as the robes fall away, the magic around this guarded object shatter like glass and fall away to the ground. But instead of reaching the floor, you watch as each individual shard bursts open and erupting from them butterflies with deep star-field wings that flutter and fly upwards, disappearing into the very atmosphere around you. And for a moment you are taken aback and watch as this unfolds around the room until the very last one flutters out of existence and your eyes slowly return to the table. Now on the table, lying on these opened robes, which are now devoid of colour and butterflies, is a morbid sight. A glass jar, about 1.5 foot in height, with a wide diameter. At its base and top, arcane-powered technology that seems to be blinking away with readings and levels, but the most obvious and haunting image is that of an elderly elven head suspended inside what must be some thick embalming fluid. The head is ancient and clearly shows the sallowed skin and sunken skin of someone entombed upon death. But their hair remains beautifully braided, as though they had just died and been prepared for funeral rites. Not someone you would expect to see in a jar, but in a glorious tomb or a grave somewhere. A few tubes and cannulas clearly placed in uncomfortable places around the cleanly cut neck of this ancient figure pump with different fluids and viscous matter, potentially keeping this head from decaying further. Baius once more reaches out and this time presses a button on the carrier vessel's base, and the top opens on a hinge. The smell is acrid, one of decay and embalming fluid, and it hits the back of the throat and clings to the tongue as Baius places both hands into the vessel, and you hear the squelching of their delicate elven fingers breaking the surface tension of some jelly-like substance. The air cascading in behind their prying hands as they reach further down and begin to unhook the tubes and cannulas until finally, with an almighty gurgling sound, the head is being removed from the semi-viscous substance until it is free with a final... And Baius places it onto a section of the robes next to the jar, facing out from the table towards all of you, and steps back a few places, placing themselves slightly behind you.
Cake is lovely.
Wow. Well, okay. Okay.
I wasn't expecting this.
You like look around the room and everybody is like, what the fuck?
This is new.
Is this
Hello?
As soon as you say hello.
Is this Shay?
The eyes burst openly and instantly the room darkens. The ceiling above you fills with stars and nebulas spiraling around you all, beginning to reach out further and further than the room you stand in, and it seems to reach out to infinity. The eyes burst with starlight as the mouth begins to move, and as the bodiless head begins to spill forth and speak what sounds as first to be an Elvish, yet you all understand every single word. They come, the ones who bear the quiet power to preserve the child of tomorrow, forged in the wandering crucible of starfarers birthed near the universe's openly glowing heart. Dream chasers, past haunted, future bound, unaware of the threads already tightening around their fates. Gathered by the blood of Vesta's line, sealed by the oath of Kassar's ancient promise, they walk without knowledge of godhood's weight, yet mortal hunger coils around them golden shadows of wealth, binding their hands and hearts as kinship grows. But their true path lies far from the riches that look to destroy them, and deep within a cistern mourning its dying sun. There, beneath the sky stained red, and across the land burned barren, they must stand against mortals who reach towards immortality with grasping perilous hands. For should these seekers ascend the forbidden heights of divinity, the newborn siblings of the Pantheon will fall, and with it the balance of the planes and all. The head lets out an almighty sigh, like a final breath, and lolls back as if it was still attached to some invisible body. The table it once sat on is now completely gone, as well as the room of the people around you. You look around and you see no office, no archive cortex, no law spire complex, but the galaxy, vast and ancient. You float there, the four of you, with minds all connected.
Cry, cannot you? Leak.
You brought it up at the start. Something two of you have experienced before. And although you are still individual of mind, you are also a hive mind. You look to each other, connected with threads of aether and gold, surrounded by a solar system where not far from the sun sits a small blue gemstone. You know this to be the Starstone Reactor, the drift beacon at the heart of Absalom and the known universe. Yet from it, you see a sliver of aether, of some magical essence siphoning away towards the last planet in the system, Opta. For the two of you that have experienced this before, you know once more you have a chance to use the foresight of Desna. I hand over to you, the players. What questions do you ask? You have 4.
Right.
Can we like speak to each other in this moment, or is it just kind of like, I guess like
Mechanically, you are hive-minded.
Yeah.
You do still have your individual minds, just like you did before, but now you know that time isn't the same now. Like, you, above table, fucking right, you can absolutely talk to each other.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna like make you like the first fucking question you ask. You can decide.
Yeah. Cool. So,
what do we want to know?
what to do?
What the fuck shall we do?
Precise, what do we exactly need to do to make this good?
Yeah.
Precise instructions, please.
Bullet points.
Written
no
down.
No
Full instructions, please.
Clear pictures.
We're like sort of exactly how are we to influence this
Yeah.
Newborn.
birth?
So she's just like
It's a newborn rather than this.
yeah. How
Okay, so we'll specify,
Yeah.
how
and we'll maybe just say Octon as well.
The Octan's newborn.
exactly how will we be able to positively
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
influence?
Distinctions.
Not my first fucking row.
Yeah.
That's why I'm being specific about it.
Exactly
Yeah,
how
what the
we'll be able
midwife
to
called it.
positively influence
It's like the wish
the
stuff.
newborn of Actons.
Fresh and
Actons alignment and deeds. Actons deeds.
Fucking shaking.
round.
I'm trying not to.
So
Like,
exactly how we'll be able to
I'm on the edge.
influence the newborn of Actons
Being.
essence.
Yeah.
Essence, yeah.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Okay, right. Hang on.
What
let's-
do the orbs actually do?
Well, should we do one at a time?
Yeah.
Because we did this last time
Yeah.
and it changes.
Yeah.
So if you'll hop onto Discord and I'll put the question in because we're gonna fucking hive mind it again.
Oh, now I need a fucking tissue to leave it in the house. He's ready to go
I'll
again.
put it in the Starfinder one. Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Are we asking it now, or should we come up with more questions
One-
before we do?
One at a time.
One at a time
Yeah.
because that
Yeah,
might lead
and
to
then
other
we-
questions.
Very true.
Yeah.
Let's put that on.
Move on to right. We'll hold hands. Okay. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Exactly how will we be able to positively influence the newborn of Acton's essence?
Hoorah!
You
Sorry.
speak as one. You see the butterfly shapes of your eyes bursting with the powers of nebulas as you begin to cascade and fall in on yourselves, and you are traveling through the cosmos, not through the drift, but through the cosmos itself at a huge velocity. You are going so fast that it's so hard to tell the direction, the speed, you don't know, but all of a sudden you end up in a system where the sun is dying, the coals are going out, you see the final embers of a sun 2 of you have seen before in person and 2 of you have seen in footage. The Dakchi system. Avel. You move towards the planet. You go down into the atmosphere and you land where the Orion's Hope was, the Zephyr Horizon it originally was found. You move through the barren waste, through the temples, through the cities, until you find yourselves in a collapsed part of an ancient temple looking at a cave you first found a guardian orb in. Roy's place. The sound of Mystic.
Hey up, I'm Roy! What lit me?
Roy's house.
In the middle of this system.
Roy's house.
You move into the cavernous space and you see those 4 statues in the plinth. All of them are light, all of them with guardian orbs in place, but the 5th one lies shattered on the ground in a pool of blood. And you watch as the door forms a crack along that blurred image that you once saw, that was this depiction of lizards coming down from the sky in metallic birds fighting insectoid-like creatures, swarm creatures. As the door splits, shadow pours out, and you watch as there are like flashes of imagery that hurt your head, and you see a bone mask, smooth, attached to bursting shadows that creep and crawl their way across the floor. You also hear the laugh of a mechanical being somewhere behind you, but it's faint. Something primal happens, and it's almost like you're wielding some kind of blade, and in this moment you slice up and you watch as the mask splits in two and falls to the ground. And the shadows fall to the ground like smoke and dissipate. And all that's left is a barren throne room filled with red sand and a chair you saw once in a vision. And as you blink, you are back in the space where four of you
Shadow Captain. It's got the end.
I will let you know that seems like two presences.
Okay.
The bone mask you've seen
Yeah.
in these visions, and there's a faint
That's what I mean.
Faint.
Yeah.
behind you.
Captain behind us.
Yeah.
Mechanical beings, got
Yeah.
the orbs.
No,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Seems like a struggle for power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that mean we let that play out?
Or stop it.
You felt like you were the sword that broke the
Wow.
shadow.
Because we were asking how do we positively influence
Cool.
Yeah.
if we let that shadow being be,
Yeah.
that's not
That's
positive.
not going to
No.
happen.
We have to take this thing out.
Take it out.
I mean, it's a possible question, but asking if there's a weakness of Shadow Captain or something to that realm, because they were bloody hard.
Yeah. Like how
Yeah.
would we
Defeat.
go about getting the orbs back?
The thing is, I feel like we can work that out ourselves.
You have to fight them.
Yeah.
Well, we just gotta.
We killed two of them.
Mm,
What's the true purpose?
I, true. Well, I mean,
Kind of know.
Yeah.
Kind of know
Yeah.
that.
well, we know where the Shadow Captain is going last time, right? As we heard.
Last we heard, they were heading to Mount Cove.
Yeah. Which is not able yet.
Tell Darius just pick up the orbs. Bring them home. He'll be fine. Maybe we should ask about the new being a bit more.
The new being.
Who is the newborn?
Yeah. What is the newborn?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe beyond once it's hatched, what would the newborn be?
Is that entirely important for us to know?
I just have a feeling. Yeah.
Because
When I've got
Yeah.
it's a god.
the only objective we've got is to either have a good god or a bad god.
Then
Yeah.
that's down to us.
We know it's going to be something
Mhm.
that's joining the pantheon.
Mhm.
Okay, so what's going to help us get the best information we can?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we can just ask what's the most effective way for us to get the orbs back
What's the most effective way to get the orbs back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
from
Shadow
Shadow
Captain
Captain.
Town.
Yeah.
Are we ready? No.
Is
No,
that
the only thing I can think of is if someone gets it from
from
Shadow
Shadow,
Captain.
What's the most effective way
for us.
for us to get the orbs back?
Yes.
Ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3. What's the most effective way for us to get the orbs back? Please and thank you.
You announce this to the cosmos. As your words come to fruition, you find yourself spiraling downwards until you land somewhere underground. There are thousands of guardian orbs lining the walls. There are also data terminals, computers, modern technology. covered in dust in this fallen building? Is this a laboratory? Is this a... There's something scientific about it, but also arcane. You see, in the center of the room, a plinth. Next to it, an orb lying on the ground. And you watch. It's a very familiar android leans down and picks it up. You almost watch yourselves walk into frame, like in front of the camera, as they pick it up. Several visions now happen. One, the Shadow Captain, as they pick it up, disappears. Just in a whirl of shadow, but not theirs. Another one is you all fighting the Shadow Captain. All three forms of them. In this place. And you watch yourselves die. But you also watch yourselves win. You watch the bombardment of a newly formed city from ships in the sky. But you come back to the vision, but there's only one Shadow Captain. And as they go to pick up the orb, you get there first. We see TJ materialize and manages to scoop it up before the Shadow Captain gets down. We watch as the fight ensues with this single Shadow Captain, and you destroy them. And as soon as you pick up the orbs, you are shrouded in black smoke, shadows, and you arrive in a familiar cave with 4 statues in front of you and a plinth that all fit the orbs back on Abel. And as you blink again, you find yourself back. You get the impression there are too many variables to that question. But most of them seem to be around this room, this...
It's got to be underground. Many orbs.
Thousands of them.
Gotta be.
Do you get the impression from that when we got the orb first, it kind of transported us to where we needed to be? Was that or was it just kind of moving shadows of like transporting the vision onto?
I'll let you roll a mysticism check.
It's got to be likely, hasn't it?
22.
22. It seemed, in the instance that they got it first, it was some kind of teleportation. And in the instance where you stopped them, destroyed them, and then you seem to be in possession of the orbs. You think gathering all 5 will trigger this?
Oh, yeah, transportation. Okay.
Okay. It's resource management when we do this. If we do this. God's sake.
So much for Triaxis.
You can ask that as a question as well.
We could ask a Traxxas question.
Say that in the back.
Yeah. Maybe about like how maybe to get a timeline to figure out what needs doing. Like how time sensitive certain things are.
Well, yeah. If there's a possibility that we can get the orb before Tali does, Tamalco,
Yeah.
do we want to ask straight away for that to be a possibility.
For the outcome where we get to the orb first.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, is that something we're interested in? Because I feel like if we're going to go down this route of getting the orbs, we go down the route of getting the orbs.
Yeah.
We don't really go, oh, we've got this orb thing going on. Well, let's pop off to try
Yeah,
it.
no, exactly.
Yeah.
We can't really do.
Two places
It feels
at
like
once.
Yeah.
getting the orb is the first thing to do if we were doing it.
Yeah.
It feels very time sensitive.
It does, and it feels quite big.
Yeah.
Yep.
But then it's getting the others back.
Yeah.
Is the problem.
Do we want to ask questions about Taldi himself? Is it the visions we had of him picking up the orb, of it being just one of them,
Yeah.
is like one of them the actual one, where if you take that down, the rest go down? Like,
Well, they call it the prime.
I'm just, yeah.
But it's also going to be harder to take down if there's one that's got 4 orbs.
Yeah.
He's going to have them on him as soon as he picks up that 5th. He's gone.
We could ask what Taldi's biggest weakness is.
It's an easy one, shall we?
Like, maybe can we be more specific when we say that?
Physical weakness, emotional weakness.
All of the above.
What is
What's the most, I guess, like efficient way to defeat?
what is the most
Shadow Captain
what is the
Taldi,
most
yeah.
Yeah, Shadow Captain Tally.
Yeah.
efficient way,
Most efficient and effective
efficient and effective, and
to
effective.
stop and defeat.
All Shadow Captain Taldi's
Stop and defeat
physical forms.
the entirety
Yeah.
Physical or
Of the entity known as Shadow
of the entity. Entities
Entities
known.
yet.
Dear Desna, can you make us level 20?
Fucking hell.
She's leveled us before.
Hey,
Captain. Yeah, but we did more then.
if you level us up, can you do it twice?
Dear Desmond, for Christmas I'd like a level up.
I've been a very, very good goblin.
It's
You have, actually.
Yeah, see? Not all of us are monsters.
Right.
I'll keep to my racism, thank you.
No.
Wow.
I've popped it in this
Okay.
board.
Okay.
Right.
That's it.
Do it again.
Come on.
Right.
Come by.
3, 2, 1. What is the most efficient and effective way to stop and defeat the entirety of the entities known as Shadow Captain Tal D?
You find yourselves in that same space. The library. I'm going to give you a cred stick for that.
Yay! Thank you.
Almost went in the cake.
It is the library.
Yeah.
And you know this. Something about being in this vision is almost like looking into the future, and that feels like a definitive. As you are in a battle against all 3 of them. You are already somewhat depleted, sweaty, and at the end of, I guess, the end of your tether. Like you have been before in a situation like that. There is a frustration, there is a desire and a want that is so desperate to stop them from getting to the objective. And you watch Pez bring up a spell chip and release it. Or would you put it into something like, how do your spell chips work?
For Pez, I think he would very much... Yeah, because he's not got anything actually mechanical other than his data jack. It would very much kind of almost be like loaded into... I was going to call it a digital receiver, it's not. Whether his device is custom rig, and it kind of like channels out through it, almost like a digital pixel, and almost like it manifests from the digital into the into like a mythical way.
And you watch as Pez does something with a spell chip, and you watch a wall of force just pixelate into existence, which separates one of the Taldees from the other two. And then you wail on one of them. For some reason, you watch the other shadow captains try and step through shadows, and it's like they can't, and you watch a wall of butterflies stop them. Then, once that one is defeated, you manage to separate yourselves out, and you watch as Pez does it again and puts this wall of force between the two of them, always keeping one of them that appears to have balls of light around them away from the central plinth. And again, you wail on the second one, till there's only one left. But that's when you start seeing the cascading visions like you had before. This desperate, wild shadow captain, feral almost. You come back to where you are. Pez, you can add 4 level 5 spell chips of Wall of Force to your inventory.
Amazing.
Okay.
One more then.
Should we ask about Triaxis? This feels like an opportunity to get information.
Because it doesn't seem like there's any more that we need to get from
Yeah.
all the stuff.
We just need to decide whether we're going down this route or not, which it seems like we might be.
Kind of feels like Desmond's got ideas.
Yeah.
So with Dine, we know about the crazy upgrades. We know about... Oh, should we ask if Rena's on the side of Dine? Should we get that definitively?
It'd be useful.
Will that help to make a decision? Or have we kind of made a decision anyway? Yeah,
I think
we
we
kind
kind
of
of made
have,
a
haven't we?
decision.
Yeah.
But it would be helpful to know if that's a player we need to be aware of.
Yeah.
It's either that or getting the exact location of where they are, of like where Dine is.
Well, we've got the coordinates.
But he's not necessarily there.
No.
Especially when we've been away and caught up. Could be long gone.
It could be.
But
it could then be gone again by the time we get around to it.
Seems like you're choosing between a timeline, a potential ally or threat,
Yeah.
yeah.
a location. What do you think's more helpful to you to make a decision about what you do next?
I think we've kind of above table already decided.
Yeah.
It kind of feels like we're going to go down the orb route.
Yeah.
Try
It
and
feels
stop
like the
that shit from
consequences
happening.
of not orbing is more than
Yeah.
the consequences of not
Yeah,
Yeah.
dying.
that's what's going to happen next.
Yeah.
Which is again more time than we're not going to try access.
You could ask about the consequences of if you do one before the other.
Then we
Yeah.
can get a timeline out of
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So simply, what would be the consequences
What would be the...
Go.
of prioritising Orb Quest above the Malevolent Storm?
Yeah. Or could you ask sort of both? What would be the outcome if we prioritised?
Okay, so if we go, what would be the outcomes of each situation, or what would be the outcomes of prioritising the Orb quest above the Dine situation, and vice versa?
Yeah. Orb quest
Well, it's Orb Quest.
Get the orbs, get them together, go to the planet and fight a monster.
Orb Quest. It's Orb Quest. Okay. Thing. Are we happy with that?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay. Join us. Ready?
Let us bring.
What would be the outcomes of prioritizing the Orb Quest above the Dine situation and vice versa?
Amen.
Blessed be thy destiny. No, blessed is the path.
Blessed is the path.
Yeah.
I open it up and I need to close it.
You watch this happen simultaneously. You're going to get two timelines at the same time, but I have to describe them individually. Which one do you want first?
Go Orby? Orb Quest, please.
Orbs or nothing.
We've called it that.
We
We have all but nothing. You watch as, almost in a time lapse, you take to the Hope and you fly off into space, go to the Drift, and begin your journey to Demalco. Paz, roll 3d6 for me, please.
3d6.
Yeah.
2, 6, 12. Maybe good, maybe not.
Divided by 2 is our engine.
What's your drift engine do, please?
It's just divided by 2, so half the time, 6 days.
You watch as you come out of the drift around Demalco. You don't see the Sky Fleet. And you descend into orbit. You land near a settlement. And you see colossi coming. Some smaller ones, maybe younglings, 40, 50 foot in height. But you do see in the distance a larger, monstrous, 200 foot tall kaiju heading towards New Valor. Time skips forwards, and you see yourselves piloting a large mech in a fight against this being. You see yourself slaying it as this blue bioluminescent blood is like spilled across the ocean floor, this dry seabed. You watch as the Sky Fleet appears above Demalco. And an aerial bombardment starts on the city. Time skips more forwards, and you see yourselves Dera's Day, clawing through rocks and tunnels until you find an ancient stone doorway with a spherical recess inside it. Dera's Day pulls an orb, places it into the door, and the door begins to open. But inside it, you see thousands of guardian orbs. At the same time that vision goes off, you see yourselves take back to the drift. You get to Triaxis. Roll me a d6, please.
2.
Half to 1.
Within a day. You watch yourselves. There's some, not combat, but ship to ship, not standoff, it's something maybe bureaucratic, you're not sure, but a large draconian ship seems to halt your progress for a moment, but eventually you do descend. You land in a heavy forest. You hear the roar of drakes, of dragons. You see an area of the trees come to life, and this mutation of nature and technology embroils you in some form of combat during this kind of almost time-lapse view. You then near a facility, a warehouse. Seems abandoned, but yet there's movement inside. Yosoki. Tons of Yosoki. All acting in some drone-like way. You see yourself descending from somewhere inside this facility into a stone passageway. Narrow, with old sconces and torches lining it. Something you've seen potentially before. Or maybe I've described before. It wasn't actually a vision. I think it was that one. And you go down into a cave system. Where again, there are terminals and computers and tubes with beings inside them. Body parts. But not humanoid. Draconic. Some of them organic, some of them cybernetic, some of them nanite. There is a loud of thunder and lightning. You find yourselves back at the edge of a crater. That was my belly.
It sounded like it said, hello.
It was the thunder.
And you see so many friends around you. Mercenaries. Calyx. Starfinders. Ren. Lwazi. A lot of Hostoki. TJ. You pull a small stone from your jacket. An ancient stone with an elvish rune on it. You turn around and face the Iodara that's there. And you press it. And the gate comes to life. And through it, you see a Demai. And you all step through. That's where we're going to end today's episode.
oh,
Thank you so much for listening or watching. If you're on Twitch, stick around for the Drift Debrief. If you're on YouTube, you can catch that via YouTube members. Thank you for indulging me in that. We'll see you next week. May the dice gods be ever in your favour.
See ya.